All right, come on. You know what it is? Like my mother always say, thank God for Jesus, man. It is a throwback Thursday. What's today's date? Thursday the what?
I think it's the 21st.
Yeah. All right, Thursday the 21st, 2023. Welcome to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team with the Queen SennyJ, also the Queen Miss Miko, only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Blasting on all social media platforms, Facebook, YouTube, also Instagram. We truly appreciate each and every one of you. Please like and share the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team uh, uh, on uh, on all your pages. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. This is where you get your morning love, but most importantly, it's the only place on earth where you get your morning started. Right. Okay, get that out the way. Okay. Sydney J, good morning. God bless you, young lady. Looking well, looking good. Skin's looking good. And how are you?
Thank you so much for that, Sean. I'm doing well. Good morning. Good morning to everybody listening. We have a great show for you today. We are going to get started with Senny Says, where I have plenty of juicy celebrity gossip from this week. We're also going to have front page news with Senny J, where I will let you know what is happening out there locally, nationally, and globally. So you want to make sure you stick around for that.
Uh, Please stick around for everything that Sydney J has to offer. No question about it. Let's put a pause on that. Okay, so I mean, tomorrow we're gonna do the show. It's the holiday season, of course. Christmas is on Monday. We hope everybody's okay. I mean, if you're into the holidays and into Christmas, we hope like it all worked out for you. uh, Most definitely. I really do hope it's working out for you. Please, this is the season of depression. The paper's light. It's great. There's a lot. There's really no Christmas for a lot of people out here. People don't. Some people don't give a damn about Christmas and all that because of the. Should he talk about that? Is because of the commercial pressures of Christmas. You know what I mean? So please, if Christmas is not working out for you, so be it. Good morning, everybody. It's going to be all right. Now, for those who got it going on like that, and you're in the festive Christmas spirit, and you got the paper, and you're dropping the credit cards, and you're going right into a little instant debt. God bless you as well. Those who are spending cash money, it's all good. You spend a lot of amount of money on your loved ones. Good, that's great. Give to the needy, to the homeless. That's what's up. God bless everyone entering the chat room. I get it, but City, went to a private event last night. Your boy Harvey, I do a lot of private events. So sometimes, just because you don't see me moving on those social media streets with flyers, don't mean that the kid is not working.
I know these people trying to keep you all to themselves, like run out of space. Like, why y'all?
You know why? Because the private events pay 3 and 4 times as much as the regular gigs. Now, now,
I'm
City.
gonna share the show. I'll be right back.
Okay, so
I hear you.
corporate. Okay, cool. Corporate party event, right? And with a little comedy, DJ, work related company group. And good morning, guys. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team, only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Much love to everyone in the chat room. Before I get into the story, I just want to show y'all some love. I truly appreciate you guys spending the moment with us and going through what we're going through. And thank you. We appreciate your patience. We're full time, in January of 2024. And thank you so much for your patience these last couple of months. Uh, I encountered the old school Christmas party last night. I encountered misbehavior, employees misbehaving with each other. Things that we used to do back in the late '80s, and especially in the '90s, when we used to have those Christmas parties, and those Christmas parties were turned up. And due to inappropriate behavior, uh, the traditional office Christmas party kind of faded out, or there were heavy rules and regulations on the party itself. Put it on the chat room if you remember those uh, uh, those jobs Christmas parties that was turned up. Uh, I remember them very clearly. To the Godfather Solo Tracy Ray, guess what? I ran into an old school Christmas party last night where some of these folks, and they were mixed. They were Babylonians and they were black folks. Oh boy, that liquor was flowing, that open bar. And remember that back in the days when we had Christmas parties, we had the open bar. They had the bar in the office and everybody turned up. And I want you to share your Christmas, work-related Christmas party stories in the chat room. And SennyJ, let me tell you something. When I tell you these people were turned up, like I said, there were blacks and Babylonians in there. The liquor was flowing. The food was flowing. Peggy from accounting and Denise from human resources. Boy, they must have had something for the dude in the mailroom. And especially shout out to all the people that still work in mailrooms. If mailrooms even exist in corporate America anymore. It's the mailroom guys who get all the play at the Christmas party. And a large percentage of mailroom workers, I don't even know if they call them, do they even call them mailroom guys anymore? What's the technical term for the mailroom guy from back in the 90s?
Nobody's talking about the mailroom. They don't get no respect.
But Cindy, no, I don't Cindy, but at the Christmas party, Mike Bigger, what's going on, bro? Hit me up after the show, man. Inbox me, brother. Cindy.
Hey, Mike.
Cindy. The mailroom guys, and please give me the technical term of 2023, what the mailroom guys are called now. I don't know,
they're called mailroom guys.
You sure, Cindy? Because we have shifted identities for every label of our lives in the last 10 years. So I don't want to say mailroom guys and say something inappropriate. Now, Cindy, it's the mailroom guys that get the most action at the Christmas party. And last night, Cindy, it was proved evident because the mailroom guys was one of the brothers. It's a lot of brothers, a lot of minorities, no disrespect. These are educated men and women that work in the mailroom. But you never see a lot of Babylonians working in the mailroom unless it's an all Babylonian kind of company. And Cindy, the mailroom guy was a brother. And he came up to me. I didn't know this guy, but we had that brotherly vibe.
Okay.
We had that, what up, son? Like we had that kind of movement. And I said, had a small conversation. Great party. Thanks for having me, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And he looked at me. He says, yeah, I'm about to bag Peggy from accounting. And I looked over, he pointed Peggy at me. And I looked and I was like, go for it, bro. And I shouldn't even have said that. But, I didn't want him to think that I was some kind of bitch ass neighbor. And I co-signed his, his misbehavior, his inappropriate behavior. And Cindy, when I tell you these people were turned up at their Christmas party, it was insane. A lot of groping, a lot of hugging. I don't even know why they wanted a comedy show as far as I was concerned.
Were they paying attention? Did they laugh?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, it was good. The comedy show was a short comedy show, Cindy. It was really nothing. I didn't do anything spectacular. It was short. And because I knew what the vibes were because they wanted to party. I think that these folks throughout the year let their guards down at the Christmas party. But I find it shocking that when you work with people, most people know each other that they work with. And they know their personalities and because they're with each other every day. But Cindy, that didn't bother these people yesterday. These people were turned up. Put a number one in the chat room if you ever been turned up at a Christmas party. Mm-hmm. And Cindy, they did an old school Christmas party. No emails, no regulations, no one drink and go home. None of that. Everybody was turned up. So I just want to say, be careful out there. If you have a Christmas party or a get together, you know how you need to behave. But, when that alcohol kicks in, anything goes. And I'm talking about, Cindy, you might be a little too young for this. Some of these people in the chat room know how we used to get down in the 90s at those office Christmas parties when some of us worked at these law firms, Sakowitz, Sackenbaum, and Rosendale. Those parties were off The hook.
I've been to a couple. Well, actually, when my mom worked in the city, she took me to a couple. Like once I got a little older, she took me to a couple of her uh office Christmas parties. I mean, nobody ever got like too crazy, but they were very nice. As far as like location, the food, and all the stuff that they had around. So I always thought it was pretty cool. Shout out to Cravath, Swain, and more.
See, there you go. And I'll share one. You know, when I was out there in the delivery world, you know, with my van and getting that money and running around with these 9 families back in the early 90s. We had a Christmas party. I used to work for Iron Mountain. That was an off-site data delivery service city, but I was an independent contractor for them. I didn't work for the company. You know, the cable guy, that's the independent guy that doesn't pull up in the cable van, the official cable van, but he pulls up in his own little van and he fixes your cable in the house. I was that guy. Yeah, what you gonna say, Cindy?
No, continue on.
And Cindy, we was over there. We had just moved to New Jersey. You know, the World Trade Centers had fallen. Made folks rest in peace over there. And we had moved to New Jersey. And that first year after the World Trade fell, we had our Christmas party because we usually did it in the World Trade Center, 5 World Trade. And one of the restaurants upstairs in the building. And in 1 World Trade, 1 or 2 World Trade. But now we have moved to Jersey, right? So we had a Christmas party at a banquet hall over there by Moonachie, New Jersey, just up the block from Giant Stadium. And Cindy, everybody showed up, and the party was on a Saturday night. It wasn't even like you know how sometimes they have these Christmas parties after hours after work, like 6 o'clock after work, Christmas party, or 12 noon, 3 o'clock. They stop early for the party, right? This was on a Saturday night.
Right.
And Cindy, we came out. Everybody was about 200 people. They had an open bar, Cindy, DJ, and the general manager was there. The boss. Not the boss, but the next guy in charge.
Right.
Right. Because the boss couldn't make it. So the general manager was there. Cindy, we looked at this guy like a rock star. He was the man. His name was Mario. He was an Italian dude. And he was a young guy, looked like he was from Staten Island, just fit that whole kind of mob kind of persona. But he was cool as hell.
Right.
Cindy, why he gets turned up at the at the Christmas party? He gets so drunk. The first thing he did, you know, the little Mexican lady that got the glass trays. You know this chick. You know about. You know, Pasquale doing Cindy, Pasquale doing this.
I can't.
Cindy, why he collides into her in this drunken kind of stupor, hits her. The woman crashes to the ground.
Aww.
All the drink glasses is all over the place.
Oh my God.
He gets up, I'm sorry, guys, and he's joking around. And Cindy, don't you know, the receptionist was in the back of the room and she was throwing up and urinating on herself because she was too drunk. And I've been there. Put it on one chat room if you got drunk as hell and started peeing on yourself. Cindy, give me 17 number ones. And Cindy, don't you know he got on the microphone and goes, hey, everybody. Jennifer's in the back peeing on herself.
It sounds like this party had no type of decorum.
These are the Christmas parties we had in the early 90s before we get into the show.
That's ridiculous.
And he embarrassed her and he was acting, it was, I looked at him in a whole different way now. I didn't look at him as that superstar, you know, upper manager guy. I looked at him like he was an asshole now, right?
Right.
So she's thoroughly embarrassed. She gets, shout out to her husband. He had a lot of restraint because he respected the general manager, but what he really wanted to do in his heart was curse his ass out. But he was worried about his wife. Right. So they leave, right? Mm-hmm. This is on a Saturday night. Tuesday, we get back to work. The general manager pulls out an email and post on the board how he apologized for his behavior at the Christmas party. Right? But Cindy, the next day after that, the receptionist filed $1 million lawsuit against him and the company for harassment. Cindy, the following Monday, they fired the general manager. City, months later, they rewarded her monies and she kept her job.
Yeah. That's how they do that.
Big boss, the second in command, got fired because of his behavior at the Christmas party. He was out the door. We couldn't believe that woman, we couldn't believe that she filed a lawsuit. We knew that, like, anybody has the right to do whatever she wants, of course. But everybody was shocked. It was like, Jennifer filed a lawsuit against the company for a couple of $1 million for what happened on Saturday night.
Her husband was behind that one.
Let's clap for her.
As you should, Sharon. As you should. I don't know her name.
Who's Jennifer?
As you should, Jennifer. Get that money. I would have quit too. But
she didn't quit. She came to work. She filed that lawsuit. She didn't quit. She came to work.
I know. I'm saying I would have quit.
You would have quit. I got you. She came to work.
The shame of it all.
but Cindy, can you be mad?
No, I mean, I can't be mad. She did right, but still, everybody's gonna be talking about you.
Okay, well, welcome to the show, guys. Just want to share those little stories. Be careful at those Christmas parties if they probably happen already. And do the job still have Christmas parties? I don't even know. I really don't. They do?
They still have Christmas parties, yeah. I mean, okay. I've never stayed around long enough to experience some of these at my past jobs, but I have a couple of friends that they had Christmas parties that they were going to and stuff like that. So they're definitely still alive and very much happening.
And my last question with this before we move on is the mailroom guy called what's his official title? In the 90s was the mailroom.
I've seen in the chat room, some people might say a clerk.
Okay.
Clerk room person, whatever.
Okay.
But I don't think there's a lot of mail going out these days, especially with how technology is, What's the point of pay? Unless it's like, maybe some inter-office type of mail. So I don't know. I don't work in corporate, so if you do, please let us know.
Yeah, no, but see, you're laughing, but it is true. Let us know. Does the mailroom or mail clerk person still exist at the job? Let us know. Okay, Cindy, welcome to the show, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team with the Queen, SennyJ, also the Queen, Miss Miko. And let's give a shout out to the Queen, Miss Miko. She's not feeling well. She's got a cold. So let's put up the prayer emojis for Miss Miko, who just came off a cruise and now she has a little cold. So
feel better, girl.
Let's put up super prayer emojis for Miss Miko, okay? Cindy, what you got?
Okay, there has been a lot that's been going on, so I'm gonna try and get through this kind of quick so I can fit everything in because I have a booming headache right now. But I'm going to try and get through it for you guys, okay?
Hold on. Everybody put this prayer emojis for SennyJ. She has a booming headache right now. Prayer emojis for Miss Miko, who's sick, and prayer emojis for SennyJ, who has a booming, not a headache, a booming headache.
You guys know I'm always doing my weight loss stuff, and right now I'm in the process of a 48-hour fast. I haven't eaten since, what's today, Thursday? Since Tuesday night. So everything's a little foggy, but I'm going to eat right after this. So I'm going to run through this for you.
Cindy, you're not going to fall out while we're doing the show, right? Because if you fall out doing the show.
I don't know. My eyes is crossing right now. I'm feeling loopy.
Cindy, wait a minute.
Don't make me laugh.
Wait a minute, Cindy. What's the purpose of not eating for 48 hours? That sounds stupid to me.
I don't like, I've just been reading a lot of stuff, and they said, I was listening to this guy on TikTok, and he was like,
He was like, what?
because when you fast, right, like your body like regenerates new cells. It's like it goes through this process of called autophagy, I think, and it's like, you make new cells. It keeps your insulin levels low, which increase fat burning while you're at rest, and different stuff like that. And then like after you do the 48 hours, then you eat like light after that. Like, so I'm gonna be doing it on and off. They say if you I'm gonna try it for 30 days. Like, you do a 48-hour fast like every week, and it's supposed to do something. So we gonna see. I'm gonna try it, but it's really, really hard.
Uh,
So,
well, first of all, let's put a
but it's
pause
okay.
on.
But I did it. But I did it. Like, clap it up for me. Like, yeah, I didn't eat in 2 days.
Cindy, so let me just get this straight before we move on. You're listening to somebody on TikTok.
Yeah, but no, he's like a nutritionist, doctor. Like, he's accredited. He's not like just like you or me. You know what I'm saying?
All right, well, Cindy, be careful because I don't want, because if we fall out on the show,
But fasting is good for you. It helps your body. So, because the stuff we eat is like real bad. So it's not bad.
I
It's
just want to know if you fall out, I'm going to continue the show for the
there's mental clarity. There's all, but I don't know about the mental clarity because all you think about is food and you get a headache.
Exactly. You don't have no mental clarity. Actually, you're delusional at this moment, but we're glad that you're here. We're glad that you're here. You're really right now out of your mind. Grab you need an emergency hamburger right now.
No, you know what they said, that why I'm getting the headache is because I didn't have the right type of salt. I should have got some sea salt. Because they say if you put a little, like when you start to get a headache or a little thing like that, you're supposed to put like sea salt, like salt that has iodide in it. Just put a little in your water, and it should like keep you back moving, like where you need to be. But I don't have that. I just have regular salt. I forgot, so I'll get some
You
for
and
next week.
Tamiko, between you with the headache and Tamiko getting sick, I feel sick right now. Go ahead. I got to sneeze, I think. Go ahead. And at my age, sneezing is not recommended. Trust me.
I can't.
Go ahead.
Okay. So let's start it off with the case that we've all been following, Jonathan Majors. You know what I'm saying? He stepped out for the first time in New York City for the first time since his guilty verdict. Looking crazy as hell. Jonathan Majors, sir, why are you walking around the streets looking like a bum, like you're homeless? Like, what's going on over there? Like, you don't got a stylist? Well, I guess you got nobody now since everything that's going on. Um, he was spotted going out for a stroll in New York City, dressed in a red plaid shirt, matching red beanie, gray and pink pants, white sneakers, and sunglasses. I guess he's trying to be elusive. I'll show you guys a picture in a minute. He wasn't seen with Megan Good. However, she was seen with him coming out of court um, the other day. Aside from Majors being he was convicted in court for one count of reckless assault in the third degree and a non-criminal charge of harassment. As a violation, he was acquitted on another assault charge and one count of aggravated harassment. His attorney said that it is clear the jury did not believe Grace Jabari's story of what happened in the SUV because they found that Mr. Majors did not intentionally cause any injuries to her, and they said we're grateful for that. However, we are disappointed that despite not believing Ms. Jabari's story, the jury nevertheless found that Mr. Majors was somehow reckless while she was attacking him. Mr. Majors is grateful to God, his family, his friends, and his fans for their love and support during these past 8 months. His employers did decide to part ways with him immediately following the verdict. Tuesday this week, Marvel dropped the actor from his contracts with the studios. Majors had been cast as Kang the Conqueror in an upcoming Marvel film. He had also signed on to appear as the supervillain in Avengers: The Kang Dynasty in 2026 and Avengers: Secret War in 2027. He has yet to release a statement on the firing, but a longtime Hollywood agent told news outlets that they think his career is over. The actor's manager and publicist also dropped him soon after he was first arrested. They didn't even wait for the verdict. He is set to go back to court February 6th for his sentencing. I believe the two charges he was convicted on are misdemeanors, so he'll probably get some type of customer service or something like that. He ain't getting no jail time or anything crazy. So it seems like that's it with Jonathan Majors. We will be looking to see what happens with him next. I mean, is it over for him? Does he still have some room? Can Megan Good use her celebrity clout? Maybe they can do a little rom-com together. I don't know.
Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Can I just say one thing before I give my opinion about your story? If you don't mind, young lady. Shout out to Ted Dixon. God bless you, brother. But shout out to my beloved, I was just about to ask, Princess Cox, no pause. Cindy, I had a dream about Princess Cox, no pause, Black Heart, first chat room member of the week, Jackie Robinson of this chat room, the other night.
Wow, put a pause on that, bro.
Cindy, I had a nightmare and Princess was in the dream.
Whoa.
The other night before, I'm going to get into your Jonathan Majors. The other night, Cindy, I'm in the bed about to fall asleep and I'm going through Instagram reels, entertaining myself. Pause. My wife is laying next to me. This chick is asleep. And I saw a reel of one of my friends that I follow that's a heavy 49er fan. And the 49ers, they come out of the tunnel when they come out to the game. There's a dude with a boombox. Number 71 is out there, and a couple of other players, and they're dancing as they're walking through the runway to go on the field.
Mm-hmm.
And Cindy, that's the last thing I remember falling asleep. And Cindy, then I went into dream world.
Mm-hmm.
Cindy, I had a dream that Princess Cox, no pause, Black Heart, first chat room member of the week, Jackie Robinson of this whole movement, converted me into a 49ers fan in the dream. I had a dream that I was a 49er fan and Princess Cox, no pause, was in the dream with me and converted me into a 49ers fan.
Wow.
And the dream was in color and he was talking to me clearly. And that's all I'm going to say. I had a dream and Princess Cox, no pause, Black Heart was in the dream. Now, Jonathan Majors. What do you mean we suspect your career is over? Bro, it's over.
Let me show y'all how he was dressed.
You better do a Amy Robach, TJ Holmes, and jump on a podcast, bro.
Not jump on a podcast.
You better do a podcast. You better do something because these roles that you have been eliminated from are actors' lifetime achievement awards. These are characters and jobs that an actor dream of, and only 1 in a million of them can achieve this. And it was taken away from you. These are roles that are the apex of actors. These are the roles that will just put you in that place for all time as far as being an actor or in movies. These Avenger characters in Disney and all the other sponsorships that go with this has been taken away from you. And your publicist and your manager immediately fired you.
They said we do not have time for this.
And then the studio fires you on misdemeanor charges, bro. Thank God it wasn't a felony. Does race have anything to do with this? I say yes, there's a small percentage of the race factor that has to do with this in Hollywood. But bro, The majority of this is you. You grappled with a Babylonian. And I don't care how many times we saw a tape of you running away from the snow bunny, and you still was found guilty. You was guilty from running away from a bunny. You're done,
That
sir.
run was hilarious.
You're 6'9" and you're running from a bunny. And sir, Michael B. Jordan and all the others, they don't want no parts of your hot mess. You lost everything, bro. I don't care how many motivational speakers are going to come to you and how many people are going to say this is a transition in your life. Bro, you got fired from the Marvel brand. They were going to make dolls of you. You already have 4 movies lined the F up, you idiot. You were straight for the rest of your life.
Right. You was going to be good for the next 5 years, bro.
You didn't never have. It's like the Rocky franchise, bro. Look at Sylvester Stallone, 79,000 years old, still getting the bag. Megan Good, get the hell out of there, lady. We love you. Get out of that mess. And Megan, you don't have the power, honey, to rejuvenate his career. Megan, you don't have the power to go up with the almighty Warner Brothers and Disney and freaking Tyler Perry. And your money ain't long enough, young lady. They gonna blackball this dude. And let me tell you something. It might be a virus out there, Megan. You better run from that plague because I don't want you to get infected by the Jonathan Majors banned from Hollywood disease. Yeah, Jonathan, do the right thing. Look at Megan and go, bitch, get out of here.
Yeah, it's like she's being a martyr. Like, girl, why are you doing this to yourself? Why are you clinging to this? You don't even know this man. You just popped out with him. And you popped out with him and he's been in court ever since. Like, who's around you? Who's talking to you? Where's your mother? Like, I would never.
You already know what I'm talking about.
And his pocket's about to be light. And he ain't got no money. Like, girl. Like,
see, how much is he worth? I could understand if they were together pre, his success. Then I could see the struggle and struggling with your man. Not with this one, Megan. Megan, this was a train wreck when you met him. And on top of that, you knew it. See, most of us men, we have train wreck lives, and then we enter into women's lives, and they're not aware of how terrible our lives or the train wreck of our lives are until down the road, because we don't give women that opportunity. Megan, you know that this is a bad situation. Get out of that.
How much is he worth? According to various different outlets, is ranging from 2 to 4 million. Because mind you, he just got out here. He really made it on the scene when they did Harder They Fall and Lovecraft Country. But come on, how much was you really getting paid for that? And then, you had Creed, which really that kind of catapulted you. I think he was able to do one Marvel movie. Like, they're probably working on editing you out of that. So he didn't really have time to get in his bag. Yeah. And now you have nothing. And come on, 2 million in this economy? You're not going anywhere, bro.
You can't even live in the state of California for $2 million. And look how many of the Black young men, actors in this country that's going to snatch that spot up, or they could easily give it back to a Babylonian. Remember, Tom Cruise is always available. You have screwed up, sir. Now just go away.
Goodbye.
And we threw you out the Black community as well. You're done.
Yeah, we're tired of you with your pictures and your pursed lips. Get out of here, bro. You're annoying.
You can go.
Your dress whack. You look like a homeless bum every time you step out.
You can call up Vince McMahon and get your WWE on. Do something. But Hollywood, it's over, son. Your manager, your publicist, and the studio have fired you. You got a trifecta of just you're just done. A trifecta of done. What else you got?
Become a rapper. Um,
Do an off Broadway play. Become somebody's gay lover. Do something, bro.
maybe start a podcast.
That's what I just said. You right. Start a podcast. Be like Amy and fucking. I mean, shoot, Amy and TJ. Sorry,
I love it.
sorry for cursing.
Do that. Do that.
Yes.
Rolling on the train of Hollywood and not being paid and all of that, Taraji P. Henson coming out, making waves, blowing the lid off. Well, I don't want to say blowing the lid off, but she broke down in tears while talking with Gayle King on Sirius XM regarding the pay disparity in Hollywood, which is something we've heard about before. Um, Gail had asked Taraji if she's possibly thinking about quitting acting. She said, "Are you thinking about it?" And she's currently doing promotion for the remake of The Color Purple. So she was with her co-stars Blitz Bazawule and Danielle Brooks to promote the film. And the question caused Taraji to pause. She covered her eyes with one of her hands and began to tear up, saying, "I'm just tired of working so hard, being gracious about what I do and getting paid a fraction of the cost. I'm tired of hearing my sisters say the same thing over and over, and you get tired." Um, Going over that her career has been filled with success, like an Oscar nomination for The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, her Emmy nominations for the series Empire, and an acclaimed performance in Hidden Figures. However, she often feels stuck with the same lowball offers. She said, "I've been getting paid and I've been fighting tooth and nail every project to get that same freaking quote. And it's a slap in the face when people go, 'Oh, girl, you work all the time. You're always working.'" And she was like, "Well, I have to. It's not because I wish I could do 2 movies a year and that's it. I have to work because the math ain't mathing." She started breaking it down. Like, let's say you get 10 million for a role, automatically, the government is taking half. And then you have your team behind you, your lawyers, your managers, publicists, glam team, who are all getting paid 30% out of that. And then what you're left with is not really that much compared to your white counterparts, right? She said, "I've been doing this for 2 decades and sometimes I get tired of fighting because I know what I do is bigger than me. I know the legacy I leave will affect somebody coming up behind me. My prayer is that I don't want these Black girls to have the same fights that me, Viola Davis, Octavia Spencer, we're out here thugging it out. Otherwise, why am I doing this? For my own vanity? There's no blessing in that. I've tried twice to walk away from this business, but I can't because if I do, how does that help the ones coming up behind me?" She also talked about in other interviews how that's why she hasn't really done anything since Empire, because the money was just not there for the roles that she was getting approached with. And she said she almost walked away from this current project doing The Color Purple. Um, a lot of social media backlash, a lot of people saying, "Oh, well, Monique has been talking about this, and nobody was behind Monique when she was talking about the pay disparity. They were kind of leaving her out there to sink her own ship. So, now there's all this outrage with Taraji because she's crying. They're like, save the tears." And people also feel like, I can't relate. You're complaining about having $2 million left over from a role when people are literally out here one paycheck away from being homeless. So, I mean, I also feel that way. I mean, I get it. But regular people, how do we help you? By going out and watching movies when people don't have that luxury to go out and even go to the movies anymore or do stuff like that. So entertainment, it's a two-edged sword, I feel like. But maybe this will find the right executives and something will change. It's 2023. A lot of people are changing the way they do things, but But it wasn't, I feel like it wasn't Monique who started the pay disparity conversation. I remember years ago, Kerry Washington talked about it. Viola Davis has been speaking about it. Um, so there are a lot of people, but I feel like Monique's delivery in some of her interviews, especially with the Netflix special, I feel like it caught the most traction. But actors, men, black acting men and women have been always speaking out about the pay disparity, I feel like.
Welcome to the show, guys. Only place on earth where you get your mornings started right. Please like and share the Shawn Harvey One Show featuring the Wake Up Team on all media. This show is 100% committed to the morning movement. And thank you so much. And we appreciate you guys. Don't forget, New York City, Shawn Harvey birthday bash, March the 2nd, Comedy in Harlem. And also March the 9th out here in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Now, Tahaji's one of our heroes. Boy, she played remember Baby Boy and all the others. God, I'm scared to ask how much she got paid for that. She gets $10 million a role. Half of it goes to the government. You got 5%, 50%, $5 million. Then another $3 million go out to everybody else, and you got two. It is hard to sympathize with someone who's making $2 to $4 million a year in your struggle. When everybody else is out here, like Cindy said, is living paycheck to paycheck. Yes, the disparity of pay is definitely different between the Babylonian actors and the African Americans. We get it. A lot of these contracts are bad contracts that they're in. Tahaji, honey, get your side hustle on. Get some other money coming in. Do we really need a whole glam squad? Do you need an entourage of people around you? Can you just fix your face? Who do you need that's important to your career? Do you need $300, $400 of folks that are painting your face or with the makeup? Do you really need all of that, young lady? And yes, all of us are out here working around the clock. I think management, take a look at your management. Why are you getting these bad contracts? I don't think you should be turning down any roles as well, because there are so many other female black actresses that's going to take that money. So it's a collective of demand, supply and demand. I say it in the most respectful way. If you don't work, somebody else is going to take that job, and somebody else is going to accept the money. How's your social media? You should be making millions of dollars on your social media page.
I know these YouTubers are making like $1 million a month. Like,
yeah, I'm like, I mean, and you already have a leg up on a lot of folks because of your celebrity. So to sit there and think that you want to glamorize being an actress and that's all you doing, and that's your only source of income is not the times that we live in today. There are people that are millionaires that got side hustles, and it's not, who's the young lady like the Sex in the City? What's her name? Sarah Parker and
Sarah Jessica Parker.
And who's the other one that was on Friends that was dating Brad Pitt? Right. These women are billionaires. Not to put them in your category, because it is that disparity with income and race. We already know that. That's a whole nother discussion. We understand that the Babylonians are winning. But in this time that we live in today, Tahaji, I love you to death. But get your hustle on, young lady. And fire some people that you don't need around you. And like us black folks, we do it. We get money. We got to take care of the whole family. I don't know, maybe is she married? You got kids? You got your brother? You got your mother? You got all these other people that you're taking care of. You're going to have to cut a lot of these people off. That might save you another million in your pocket. But for $2 to $3 million a year that you're making on 2 or 3 movies and all these television shows, I can't sympathize with you. The Actors Guild, they just came off the strike. Remember, they had a strike, and the average actor is making $40,000 to $60,000 a year.
Right.
A year, and it was online, like protesting.
Yeah.
So how do you wipe your tears, young lady? I know how you feel.
Yeah.
Don't quit. Don't be a quitter. Don't quit. Just keep working, because obviously for you, acting is like another source of income. It's another source of income. Add more incomes and get your, as the folks say, get your coin and make the bag. But don't sit here and cry because you accepted another bad deal from your agents. Fire the agents to be your own agent.
Yeah.
You shave some points off the bill. Sit down and look at the bill and go, wait a minute, do I need this? Do I need that? Do I need that? Oh, well, take Ubers. Stop having people drive you around. You should be paying for nothing. Go to your hairstylist. Bitch, I got to pay you half your money now or I can't do this. Like, have those conversations. You know these conversations when we look up and our money's light. We have these conversations and we make decisions.
There's a 15-year-old in the projects right now that will slay your hair to the gods, girl.
Let's clap for that.
For $1,000. Give her $1,000.
Right. Done. Your hair done. And Taji, you get to that 15-year-old. You don't have to fly yourself, fly her. You get over there, you get your hair done, and you go back to work.
Period. That's it.
Why do you need a publicist? Well, you can do that yourself. Why do you need somebody to tell you, yo, this is happening on Thursday? You get some hard choices here. You got to fire some people.
I mean, of course, she shouldn't have to do that.
Why not?
The roles that she has played, because there are actors that are less. That dumb movie, what was it? Did y'all watch that on Netflix? Leave the World Behind with Mahershala Ali and Julia Roberts. I should look at what Mahershala got on that movie because I feel like he carried that movie. I was pissed at Julia the whole time. Julia Roberts got paid $25 million for that role.
Yeah, but they're not giving Tahaji $25 million.
I know, but she could garner that, especially in her role in Hidden Figures. What?
Exactly. So
so that's what is infuriating about it. So I totally get that. But y'all know this industry is effed up. They know
exactly. That's why I'm saying, like, you're right. Tahaji should get $25 million a film. I'm not mad at you for that. But you're not. And yes, race has a lot to do with this. But your management team got a lot to do with this. Why are you taking these roles? Yo, the Color Purple, they having a reunion, Tahaji. We got 100,000 for you. You want it? That's how they talking to her.
I know. I'm gonna see. I didn't even. Are you gonna go see the Color Purple remake on Christmas, Shawn?
What, is it coming on Netflix? Is it on streaming services?
No, it's coming into the movies opening Christmas Day.
Maybe, I don't know. I got a show Christmas.
Me, my mom, and my daughter, we're gonna go see it.
I got a show on Christmas night. See, unlike Tahaji, I got to get out there and get that money. I know an actor, Senny, and he does well. Mm-hmm. Like he acts. This is what he does full time. He does background stuff. He acts. He does plays. This guy works around the clock. And Tahaji, you got to get out there and work. You got to do something else. You are a brand, young lady. You should have your little Tahaji merchandise and some soap and face suit stuff. You got to work. You want to sit there and act and just get one paycheck. It don't work that way. And you're lucky that the Screen Actors Guild came to agreements with the studio because they was going to bring them AIs in there, and that eliminated all the actors. Because the only thing they got to do is give us 4 AI movies, and we can adjust to all of that. And all of y'all will be wiped off the planet. So knock it off.
Yeah. I mean, I feel her, but, I'm on the fence about it.
Right. I feel you. I feel your pain. You're crying. You're crying on TV. I feel you. I sympathize with you. But all that, but bitch, you make $3 million a year.
Stop. Let me see. Let me look at Taraji's net worth.
You make $3 million a year. How can I sympathize with that? I
$3 million in this economy?
You with that type of money, you can live really nice in New Mexico.
Dang. They're saying her net worth is between 12 to 15 million.
So what is the problem, young lady?
But look how long she's been working.
So what? There's people out here right now been working 40 years, net worth $14.17. Listen, listen. You Tahaji, come on. We love you.
That
Is
is
she
sad
married?
though. That is
Is she
sad though.
married?
No, she's single. She worked. She came up as a single mom. I think her son is like in his 20s or something like that.
So wait a minute.
So
Wait a minute.
she
Wait a minute.
doesn't.
You worth 14 million dollars. You make a couple of $1 billion a year. You got a grown ass child. You no babies. What are we doing? How do I sympathize with you? What bills are you paying?
And Sean, that's not really a
See,
lot. She should have at least like 30 million, 40 million, 50 million, at
this,
least 100. Like
well,
what?
Cindy, well, she can make that. She got to do her little side hustles and get that other extra money. She's sitting there really thinking that acting is going to pay her $150 million.
Yeah,
Get
but
other money, young ladies. There's other money out there on the table that you can get. You got enough money to invest. Good. Open up. Listen. Open up a DraftKings account. Put like 100,000 in that. Double up that money. Get there's other. You got the wrong people around. You need people around you to say, honey, let's get on our hustle. Produce a play. Do something.
yeah, get involved with one of these tech startups. You need to diversify your funds, girl.
Exactly.
Become a venture capitalist.
You work
Take the
10
little
million.
money you got and put it in something.
Yeah, take $1 million. Take them, open up, do like Magic Johnson, open up 15 stars, 300 Starbucks. Cindy, I want you to look up this basketball player real quick. His name is Junior Bridgman. He was a mediocre basketball player that played for the Milwaukee Bucks, right? This didn't make any money in basketball. He played with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and all these. Cindy, he's one of the richest black men in America because when he was doing the basketball, he opened up franchise. I can't remember what franchise it was, like a bunch of Pizza Huts or whatever. And this guy is worth like hundreds of millions of dollars off of.
Yeah, Junior Bridgman, despite never making more than $350,000 a season during his NBA career, he has a net worth of over $600 million, making him one of the wealthiest former athletes in the world. They said that he became let me see here. He bought Ebony and Jet magazine for $14 million after the magazines had declared bankruptcy. So I think that's what started his entrepreneurship. He also owns over 160 Wendy's restaurant franchises, making him the second largest owner of Wendy's franchises in the world. And he also owns over 118 Chili's restaurants. And he's the CEO and president of Bridgman Foods, Inc.
So this is what I'm talking about, Cindy. Y'all talk about I don't know him. This is
Who the
what I'm
hell is
talking about.
Junior Bridgman?
See, exactly. You know, Princess Cox No Pause and some of the basketball heads, historians, they know who he is. So he never made over three. This is the days when Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and all of them was making millions of dollars while he was coming off the bench. So when you hear a story like this with Junior Bridgman, I can't sympathize with a Tahaji because you have Taraji. I can't. You have enough capital to start to get 17. Well, you can't even buy it. There you go. There go Junior right there. Let's clap. See, let's clap for Junior.
I'll be bringing him up this Black History Month. We'll talk about Junior Bridgman first. Go ahead, Mr. Bridgman. there making that money? You married? Married? You looking for a side chick? What's going on? What's going on? What's
How
going
much
on?
is he worth again, Cindy?
Over $600 million.
See? And you're
Half a
gonna
billionaire. And that's probably more now. I don't
and,
even
and
know
you're
what
gonna
the
sit there
title
and
is
tell
now.
me that we have our African American sister sitting there crying on a panel in front of Gayle King when you have the ability to open up 4 Wendy's, young lady? Knock it off. Cindy, how much does it cost to open up a Wendy's? Like you can't open one because Junior Brisbane owns them all.
Oh my
You can't
God.
even open up a goddamn Taco Bell. That's probably $16 billion to open up one of those.
Yes,
I want to
girl.
hear this mess. You are worth millions of dollars. Reinvest some of that money, young ladies, and get more millions. Because it takes the average person 2 or 3 years to save up $30,000 to open up a BS any kind of business with liquid capital. You
Right.
are worth millions already, young lady. No sympathy for you. And fire half of your glam squad. What you got a glam squad for?
I know you ain't working. You ain't making no appearances. I hope they gone. Do your own thing. So you're absolutely right. Diversify your income. Talk to go ahead and have a meeting with Rick Ross. He has like 75,000 wing stops. Talk to Shaq. He owns like all this stuff that I never
That's
knew
what
he
I'm talking
did.
about. You are an African American woman. That African American woman love you. You can't benefit off of that. Open up a small brand of anything, young lady.
Look at Tracy Ellis Ross. I have never heard, but I don't know because she light, so she probably get over a lot too. But she has been working a lot in the game. She has a lot of respect. She started her hair care company, Pattern. She had a great run on Black-ish on ABC. So I don't know. I don't ever hear her talking about no pay disparity. Or Jennifer, I think her name is Jennifer Williams. She played the mom in Black-ish, the grandmother.
Yeah.
Jennifer Lewis. She's been working forever. Let me see her net worth.
Yeah, but what I'm
Because
saying
I
again,
don't know if she's been talking about it.
you
So I
see the
think
drop.
she just needs to, I think she has the wrong people around her.
Yeah, I think that's what this is, Cindy. You got the wrong people around you. You're signing you're doing bad contracts. You're paying people that you don't need to pay. Fix your face. Get your homegirl to do your face at half the price. That's gonna do it for you. You don't need. Why are you making $5 million, $10 million on a movie? 5 million goes to the government. Other 3 million are going to other people for what? You be your own manager. Fire the manager. Just fire everybody. Fire everybody. You need these couple of millions in your pocket.
Danielle Williams said, Shawn wants you to be okay with lowball offers. Sounding like an old slave. Be thankful with the pennies you make.
Is Danielle Williams serious right now? I'm telling her to fire everybody. Yeah, so what? You know what? Yeah. If you fire everybody and take those little low ball contracts, it still work. You're still making more money because you're not paying out to everybody. What are these people doing all day that's around you?
I mean, yes, she shouldn't accept that. But at the end of the day, Taraji, I don't know. I don't know if you're going to be the one to break the pay disparity for Black people in Hollywood. I mean, y'all just got in there. I mean, when you think about how old Hollywood is and where Black actors started from in Hollywood, it's still new. You know, it probably might take another 20, 50 years before they're paid what they're worth. And I mean, that's unfortunate, but what you going to do? This is America, baby.
Not only
So,
that, remember they slowed AI down this round. AI is going to dominate the industry in the next 20 years, and there's nothing you
right.
could do. They are going to have robots that look like everybody else, and they're going to sit there and entertain us. So you listen, diversify your coin. That's for everybody. That's for everybody in these streets, not only her, but I can't sympathize with you. You're worth $10 million, young lady, and you're crying on a couch. and you have a grown ass child and you're not married and you don't have those expenses. How do I sympathize with you? You played a hell of a role in Baby Boy. I'll tell you that much. Jesus Christ. And all the other movies you played in, and we love you, but I can't sympathize with you at all. Period. Even with the fact of the money not adding up in Hollywood and the race situation, I still can't sympathize with you. You make too much money. You make $2 to $3 million a year. You make like $200,000 a month. You make bitch, you make $200,000 a month. You're already in the 1 percentile. You make $50,000 a week. I'm trying to figure out how do I sympathize with that. So if I met you in the airport right now, I'm supposed to be like, oh, George, I'm so sorry that you're going through this. You make $50,000 a week after taxes. Continue.
Moving on to get us
Do like Janet Jackson, get you a billionaire. Remember, Janet was married to some billionaire guy that set her straight and had a prenup. After 3 years, he gave another 2 million, 3 million. She was good. Reinvest that way, young lady. But don't sit there and cry on a couch because of your bad roles when it takes literally $100,000 is the poverty line in America. You can make $100,000 in America and be broke.
Word.
Continue.
I can't. Now, a list of Jeffrey Epstein's associates named in lawsuit are going to be unsealed. A judge rules. A U.S. federal judge this week ruled that a list of Jeffrey Epstein's alleged victims and associates, some of whom have been accused of being involved in the disgraced financier's exploitation and abuse of underage girls, must be unsealed and made public. More than 150 names may be made public as part of a settled civil lawsuit against his co-conspirator, British socialite Ghislaine Maxwell. She was found guilty of conspiring with Epstein to sexually abuse underage girls for at least a decade. This was brought by Virginia Guffey, who accused Maxwell of recruiting her for the abuse. Guffey has called Maxwell the mastermind behind Epstein's sex trafficking ring. The list of names could include Epstein's accused co-conspirators as well as a wide range of people listed in the lawsuit, ranging from government officials, politicians, and royalty. Judge Loretta Preska set a release date of January 1st to give the people listed in the court filing enough time to appeal the decision. It is unclear whose names are on the list, but many of them have already been mentioned in the media. The judge detailed the reasoning behind the publication of the names, noting that many had already been mentioned in the media. For others, the substance in question was not salacious and should not be kept sealed. She did say some are minors and possible victims, and she ruled that those names and any identifying information will remain sealed. So yeah, as you guys, and in June, JP Morgan Chase had reached a $290 million settlement with victims of Epstein over claims the bank overlooked the financier's sex trafficking and abuse because it wanted to profit from a banking relationship with him. So we will see. They will be released on January 1st. Do you want to speculate who may be on that list?
On the list that's going to come out with the people that he tried to sexual assault?
No, with the people who participated, people who were his clients.
Yeah, his little freakazoids.
Yeah, I think Prince Andrew, I think, is one of the most notable. In the UK and all that.
I'll take a it's fascinating me. I guess I want to see who his little freaky buddies are.
I'm
You
sure
know.
P. Diddy's on that list.
Oh, well, he's got enough going on. But
I
again,
know.
let's talk about real quick. Back to the Miss Henson situation. Look at P. Diddy. He's a criminal. He's a pervert. We get it. But look how many other brands this guy has other than rapping. He didn't make his fortune. He made a small percentage of his fortune on the record industry, but he became a billionaire with all his other side hustles he did because he had the money to invest and people believed in, uh, believed in his, likeness and his whole movement. So again, Miss Henson, please knock it off. But it's not gonna work. It's not working here. Yeah, Cindy, what else you got before we get out of here?
It's not gonna work for you. I have so many,
And
but I'll say something.
just to update, guys, if you're late, Cindy has a booming headache because she hasn't had anything to eat in 48 hours. She's had water. She's gonna eat something after the show. She didn't collapse at the moment. Cindy, you all right? Your eyes are kind of weird. But guys, let's
I
put
feel
prayer
very
emojis.
lightheaded.
Let's put some prayer emojis in for the beloved SennyJ for her fasting for the last 48 hours. She's just been drinking water, I believe, and some salt. I don't know whatever. She's been doing something weird over there. And prayer emojis for Miss Miko as well, because she has a cold that's just coming back from her cruise. You know, she travels the world every other weekend. So let's put
Yeah.
some prayer emojis for both of them because they're both not feeling well. But don't you notice your boy Harvey, 67,000 years old, is out in these streets feeling great. Yeah, they talk about how old I am, and I'm old as hell. But our two queens are the one here in this panel that are breaking down. You know, we all know that Tamiko's 27 years old and SennyJ's 36. And they're breaking down. They're breaking.
Not for
But your
long.
boy Harvey is steadfast, my friend, steadfast.
So annoying.
Prayer emojis for SennyJ. Go ahead, Cindy.
Yeah, put in the comments what you think I should eat once I get off here. I'm thinking of an omelet with spinach and onions and tomatoes. Ooh, sounds so good.
Okay,
Let me know in the comments.
hold on. She's right. Put in the chat room what she should digest for her first meal for the since in the last 48 hours. I say, in the salute of Junior Bridgman, she should run over to Wendy's and grab some of them chicken nuggets and the Dave's #1 and put that work in. But Cindy, one thing that will be for sure and for certain, I don't care what you eat, your bubble gut game is going to be great. This time tomorrow, yeah.
Shawn, stop. No, it's not. Ooh, LaShawn Haynes Jones, she said egg whites and spinach. I might do the egg whites. Okay. I might do that. That sounds good.
Get some thick cut of bacon, put them in the air fryer, get you some eggs and take some bread and slabber that butter on there and toast it and get to work and get you a coffee, put your hard hat on and get something to eat. You don't need spinach and your stomach want some animals.
I will not be eating fast food. That's what's going to give you the bubble guts. Your stomach's going to be like, what the hell is this?
Cindy, don't you think anything's going to give you, nothing's been in your stomach for 2 days. It doesn't matter at this point. You're sitting there talking about LaShawn Haynes Jones, eggs and egg whites and spinach. LaShawn, you didn't have no egg whites and spinach this morning.
You don't know what she had.
I'm not going to bet my life on it, but I bet you she did. But she's going to tell you to eat. My whole thing is this. Go back to Lexington Avenue. Go to 110th Street. LaShawn, is that there used to be a a Spanish restaurant on 110th in Lexington on the 6th line, and you go upstairs and you go make a right. It was right on the corner. It was a dirty kitchen, and it served espresso, and it had this bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich. That was one of the bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches, one of the best I've ever had in my life. Cindy, you need an old school New York City bacon, egg, and cheese on the roll right now with some extra butter and mayonnaise and all that with an espresso. Or you go over 145th Street over there to that dirty kitchen and get you one of them big sausage rolls with bacon, egg, and cheese on it. Or you go to the Bronx and you get you go into one of those baked bodegas and get you a straight up bacon, egg, and cheese on any kind of roll, young lady. That'll set you straight right now.
That sounds really good. That
I'm
sounds
telling
really
you.
good.
Forget about all the egg whites and all that. You need a Brooklyn bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich with the sausage dripping out the bread. That's what you need right now. Yes, sir. You need a big bowl of grits. Slap it with extra butter, salt, pepper, and some bacon and some eggs. So you gotta go that route.
No, that's too much.
All right.
Okay, I have one more story for y'all. Because let's keep it on the roll. That's why I'm so glad I be having lots of stories. Let's keep it on the roll with this money. Okay, Taraji, let's take a page out of Shalita Robertson's book.
Hold on. Everybody in the chat room, put that address to that dirty kitchen that makes the best sandwiches in the morning, New York City, in that chat room or wherever you live, but especially in New York. Put the address down or the location of that dirty ass kitchen usually next to the train station or on the avenue. You know it got a C rating from New York City, but you go from the health department, but you know that the morning sandwiches are banging. Go ahead, Cindy. Excuse me.
Rel Hollis said, go to 140th and 7th Avenue, get a beef sausage, egg, and cheese. Thank you, Rel. I'll go hop on the March bus right now.
I suggest you do.
That's hilarious. Okay. So the last story that I have is Shalita Robertson. Okay. An Atlanta lawyer and business owner previously employed by the city as a police officer and attorney, was found guilty this week of defrauding the federal government out of more than $7 million in PPP program funds. Damn.
Oh.
Prosecutors allege that Shalita used the funds her businesses received to buy a Rolls Royce, a motorcycle, and a 10-carat diamond ring for $148,000, among other things. Robertson had denied grossly exaggerating the number of people employed by 4 of her companies in order to obtain millions of dollars in federal aid designed to keep small businesses afloat, of course, remember, during the pandemic. She blamed her company's fraudulent 2020 PPP loan applications on her then best friend and personal attorney, Chandra Norton, who also pleaded guilty in a separate case. A jury of 7 men and 5 women deliberated for about 13 hours over 2 days before finding Robertson guilty on 3 counts of wire fraud and single counts of money laundering and conspiracy to commit wire fraud. Robertson has remained on bond since pleading not guilty to the 5 charges in December of 2022. Was immediately remanded into custody pending her sentencing, which is scheduled for April 11th. Dang, they couldn't leave her out till then. Federal prosecutor Ariel Glasner and Robertson had threatened to kill Norton upon arrest and separately threatened another person who subsequently filed a police report. Her attorney said there's no history of violence or anger or danger by the defendant to anybody other than the statement she made when she was arrested. Now you said you was going to kill your friend when you got arrested. Prosecutors said Robertson and Norton were best friends and partners in crime who together schemed to get as much money as possible, ultimately receiving over $8 million. Robertson transferred $50,000 in PPP funding to her daughter, who hasn't been charged. Okay. She withdrew $25,000 of the funds in cash, and then she gave Norton $400,000. So, yeah, and then it just goes on about some other things about her employees. She only had 13 employees, and she put on her application that she had 427 employees and 2.8 million in monthly payroll expenses. Her company annual payroll was 762,674 in 2019. So they're not saying it's adding up to the payroll she needed.
Yeah.
So, dang, Shalita.
Cindy, wait a minute, hold on. And obviously with these names, these are my African-American nieces that are out there tripping. Hold on. Cindy, where my mother lived, God bless Mama Harvey, on the Interbell on 163rd by the train station, Interbell Avenue in the Bronx, 163rd, right there in the hood. There's this coffee shop, Cindy's been there since I was a kid, pumping out those bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches for the last 40 years. And to this day, make some of the best breakfast sandwiches in the Bronx and in New York City. So I want to throw that out there. Now,
you know who makes the best bacon, egg, and cheeses in the Poconos?
Who?
Have you ever been to the Shawnee General Store on River Road?
Yeah, been there.
Amazing.
Nah, it's all right. They grill is too clean. It doesn't. You can't do it.
Please,
it's
please.
All right. To my PPP heroes, of course. There you go.
Shalita,
you wildin', son. Only thing you had to do was take a fraction of that paper. You took $8 million. You could have even took $2 million and you still would have been all right. You inflated your employee folks that work at your job. You became a criminal. But see, it's not the physical money that's the crime, dummy. And you're an attorney, but you're still stupid. It's the transfer of the money that's the crime. They sent you the money. That wasn't even the crime. You lied. And the government gave you this extra money and they put it into your account. That's not the crime. The crime is the moment you sent the money to other people, you dummy. Because if the government sent you this money, you easily had the opportunity to go, you know what, my bookkeeping was wrong, everything, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I have to return some of this money back. That's not the crime. The crime is you start wiring money like an idiot and depositing and taking money out as cash and giving it to other people. It's wire fraud, which is a federal crime, stupid.
Why you only gave your daughter $50,000?
Hey, listen, I would suggest you be Miss Henson's manager. At least you know you're ambitious enough to get some money. That's the crime. The wire fraud, stupid. You start wiring money to the moment you took the money out the bank or Cash App or Zelle or whatever to the next person. That's the crime. That's why they got all these charges against you. And you go into jail. And now you frustrated at your homegirl. You want to tell her you're going to kill her. When you're stealing other people, this is not even your money, you dumb bitch. None of this money is yours. How you gonna kill somebody with money that's not even yours? You didn't even make this money. And you got caught up in the PPP that happened 2 years ago. And now you have to serve time. You and your other cronies. You an attorney, and what else he was? He was a police officer?
A former police officer for this city.
Yeah, you're
An
stupid.
attorney.
You put all your names, all your businesses. You gave it to the government. You only had 2 or 3 employees. I'm just saying the number. You told them you have 400 employees. They gave you the money, and they found out all this was fraud. And you wired money, and now you're going to jail. And you know how I give it up. This woman needs $8 million. You need to be. Let's times that by 2. 16 years in jail. Give the other young lady 12 years in jail. And that's it. You're gone. You're done.
I'm gonna be following this story back
Only thing,
in April. See what she
only
gives.
thing, and you had a moment of clarity, you idiot. Only thing you had, and I'm talking about the young lady. Only thing you had to do was when they sent that money, you knew you was dead wrong. You knew you was wrong. What you should have did was, man, I was really wanting 500,000. They gave me 8 million. Let me give them back 6 million. I'll keep the other two. Dispute that or work it out. Whatever we do, it's not a criminal charge. You give them back the 6 million. You got 2 million to play with, and then you can spend that or litigate it or whatever. But it's not a criminal charge. But you got greedy. You got greedy, and you sending money through Cash App and Zelle, you dummy, and through wire transfers. And you went to the bank and you got $25,000 in cash out the bank. You don't think that this doesn't trigger any suspicion from the government when you go to the bank and to withdraw $25,000? You idiot!
You gotta do under 10,000. You should have been taking out 5,000 over the course of 5 weeks.
You should have been going to the bank and taking $30 out the bank for the next 50 years, you dummy. Go to jail. You're stupid.
Yeah, get out of here, Shalita.
Shalita. Who the hell name is Shalita? Shalita? Who named you Shalita? Who's that? Your mother name was Sharon and your father name was Frederick? You dummy. Your PPP, you're going to jail, stupid. It wasn't a light 10,000 where you could work it out. They slap you on the wrist, make a payment plan, 100 a month for the next 75 years. You took $8 million. When did you realize that you were like really doing something like this was a criminal act? Then
And
you
you
buying
see,
these luxury items. What is wrong with you?
I feel like the Black community, we all need a financial, because we don't know what to do with this money. You have all that money. You could have did so much. Diversify. You know what I'm saying? And you going out and buying these material items. And it seems like you were already making a lot of money. You have a payroll of $700,000. You're obviously bringing in good money. You're greedy. Now you're in jail.
How much time they giving him, offering her?
She's going to be sentenced in April, so I'll keep an eye on this.
16 years. I want you to 18 million, times that by 2. 16 years. Get out of here. You're done. We don't trust you. You have sticky fingers. Welcome to the show, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning started, right? Shawn Harvey Morning Show, featuring the Wake Up Team with the Queen SennyJ and the Queen Miss Miko. Please put a number 1 in the chat room if you enjoyed the show today. Just to let you know before Cindy gives the last word that we are totally 100% committed to this show and we appreciate you. Cindy, last word is on you, young lady. God bless. Before you fall out.
The last word. Be kind to somebody today.
I would think your last word would be like, I'm going to go get something to eat right now, Cindy. I tell you what, your little fasting is working.
It's not about me.
Turn to the right or left. Let me see what that neck look like. How does that neck look without drinking in it? Oh, gee. Everybody, let's give a number 1 for Cindy's neck.
I'm gonna... I feel it's getting there.
Do you feel any lighter, Cindy?
No, I just feel extreme pain in my head.
Okay, what's the last word one more time?
Be kind to someone today, you guys. It's the holiday season. A lot of people are dealing with, all types of issues. So just be kind. Do something nice for somebody today.
Okay, listen, we see you guys tomorrow. God willing, we'll be live. We truly appreciate you. Have the great rest of the day. God bless you. And we are out. Cindy, come on, let's wave at them. Let's go.
Bye, you guys.